$19 million. That's how much Kenya's Chamber of Commerce estimates the economy lost in the week following the Supreme Court ruling nullifying the presidential election. The decision extended the election season and prolonged the period of political uncertainty. The Kenya Association of Manufacturers, with over 1,000 members countrywide, says businesses are feeling the impact. The manufacturing sector accounts for 9.1% of gross domestic product and employs over 300,000 people.
Some of the real impacts for the members of the association, as I mentioned, is that they have reduced orders, meaning if they have reduced orders, their employees are not able to be as productive as they can be. They've not been able to expand their businesses as much, meaning they're not able to create as many new jobs as we would like to see in the economy. There are also a number of investors who have invested. We did see some people invest, but a number of them have actually taken that wait-and-see approach. So it does lead to that slowdown in the growth of the economy. And we're anticipating to see the manufacturing sector contribute to about 15% of the GDP in the next 4 years by 2020. But because of this slowdown, we are losing out on that momentum that is required to get the industry up and running and really growing its contribution to the GDP of the country.
Economists say it was always going to be a tough year for Kenya. Months of drought have hampered growth and fueled prices. So the country can ill afford the uncertainty around this elections, and some investors are sitting on the sidelines waiting for things to settle. And that means missed business opportunities.
It's the small and medium enterprises, it is the self-employed, and it is informal businesses that are being hit by this uncertainty. If you look at the bigger corporate companies, they have financial buffers that cushion them, because often they're also diversified geographically, so they won't just have a presence in Kenya, they'll be in Tanzania, they'll be in Uganda, they'll be in Rwanda, they'll be in Ethiopia, and so they have those buffers in place. But when you look at the average Kenyan, and I think it's really important to note that about 90% of employed Kenyans sit in the informal economy, which is micro and small business. And you know, when you look at the context in which they've been functioning, the biggest problem that they've had are two things. One is inflation caused by the drought, where they're having to give more of their income on really basic food items. And the second is the interest rate cap, because when the cap was effected, what happened is that it is the small, medium, and micro enterprises that are denied those credit lines. The big boys are fine.
Hopes of recovering losses in the last quarter are fading fast.
What they were anticipating was that the last quarter of the year would be good, because October to December is normally a period where they were going to be able to recover some of the lost opportunities that they had during the election period. But with the protracted and extended election period, we see businesses still having that increased uncertainty.
The presidential poll rerun is currently scheduled for October, but the French technology company supporting the election says it won't be ready on time. So the only thing that's certain at the moment is that the political uncertainty lingers on for the foreseeable future. Vauldi, Carelse, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.